What's going on, guys? So as you can see, we are taking a look at the Team Corally Syncro4 1/8 scale 4S buggy today. Now, I did say in one of my last videos that I couldn't really afford to get this car, but I have been looking for a decent 1/8 scale buggy for quite a while. Yeah, I thought I'd get a Syncro4, see what they're all about, since they are the newest sort of buggy on the market. Now, as you can see, it does come in 4 different color schemes. I got the orange, also got red, blue, and green. It is ready to run, 4-wheel drive, and they are claiming 50 miles an hour or 80 kilometers an hour on the box. Rubber seal ball bearings throughout, high strength, high precision differentials, steel drivetrain, super beefy nylon parts like the swing arms and the shock towers. Got 16mm big bore composite shocks. That's not a bad thing. At least it'll keep the weight down. 4mm aluminium hinge pin braces. And then as you can see, we've got an optional center brace there to tie the whole car together. Restrict as much flex in the chassis as possible. And then over this side, we can see the battery recommendations, maximum of 38mm high. We got the Corally 725 2150 kV 3 to 4S brushless motor, Torx 135 120 amp 2 to 4S speed control. And I believe this is a new servo for their buggies. This is the CR7220 20 kilogram Metal Gear servo, which should be very good. Now, this is what else we get in the box. We don't get any high-speed pinions or anything, but we do have an instruction guide and user manual for the controller, the new style controller. We've got the instruction guide for the Torx 135 120 amp speed control, and we've obviously got the car instruction manual and user guide. Hopefully we've got parts as well in the back. We do. I believe this car has a 70 or 75% parts compatibility with most of the other 1/8 scale Team Corally cars. So I'd say most of the 1/8 scale buggies this car would be fairly compatible with. An antenna tube and a little rubber stopper for the top. A Team Corally logo lanyard for the controller, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure why you need a lanyard for a car controller. I'd say a drone or aeroplane. A few little accessories, never hurt, I guess. And then we got the little Team Corally CT2S controller. Now, it is very small. My hands are really big though, so it probably makes this controller look even smaller than it is. It is obviously fully proportional throttle, brake, and reverse, and proportional steering. Now up the top here, it looks very different to any other controller that I'm used to. I believe this switch up the top is just a 50%, 100% throttle switch, because when I tested that, all I really noticed was the speed was decreased. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else that does. The function button, I haven't worked that out yet. We've got steering trim here, and we've got the steering dual rate, and then the on and off button. The bottom looks a bit weird. It's kind of like unfinished, but yeah, it does take 4 AA's, as you can see there. Taking a closer look, we can see the hybrid alloy and plastic shock tower design, as well as the little shock protectors on the top caps. The rear hybrid shock tower looks just as strong as the front, and it also looks like the wing mount is also a part of that module. Now that obviously means if you break the wing mount, you break the shock tower, but hopefully it comes in at a low price being composite. Now, as you can see, the composite part of the shock tower comes down to make a part of the top center brace as well. Then you've got the mounting positions for that optional center brace, as well as these really chunky bottom center braces. Just by adding that optional part, I'm pretty sure this chassis is going to be very strong. The motor mount is not fully adjustable, but it is equipped to take 13, 15 and 17 tooth pinion gears, mod 1. We also have the very chunky rear carriers or hubs that are very familiar on most of the Corally cars, as well as the front knuckles or hubs And being a true 1/8 scale, we do have 17mm wheel hexes. And another fantastic thing to see is an adjustable battery bay. It is rather large anyway, but what I found works great is actually moving it to the front, and it makes a perfect little spot to hold the balance plugs. And if your balance lead doesn't have one of the little plastic protectors, all you need is a little bit of foam either side of the balance lead, and it should hold it in place. And this is definitely one thing I'm always a little bit worried about when it comes to buggies. They have quite short front bumpers, and if you have hard nose landings, the front wheels hit the ground rather than the front bumper, and that could quite easily cause suspension and steering issues or even damage. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I covered most of it. If there was anything you needed to know specifically, let me know in the comments and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. So let's do this, guys. Alright, so we've got the GPS all set up. Now I have just got a Yumi Power 5200 milliamp 80C, I believe, 4S battery. So hopefully that's good enough. No, I don't think we're doing 80 kilometers an hour. $64 kilometers an hour, so that's 16 kilometers short. Right, we may as well go one more time, see if we can get any better than 64 kilometers an hour. What are you doing? All right, here we go. Attempt more than 64. Wow, it's a really stable car. Very, very stable car. Right. What did we end up getting? 64 again. So yeah guys, 64 kilometers an hour is going to be the fastest speed we can get on 4S. That's pretty good for a buggy, I guess. 1/8 scale, you'd definitely expect a little bit more though. One thing I could say is it's an exceptionally stable car. I like how you can access the on and off switch without having to take the shell off. Oh, missed the brake straight away. They're a bit squirrely for a buggy. I needed the steering turned up. Whoa, now it's too much. Very strange feeling buggy. Well, maybe we'll try these jumps. Bit of a delay there in the throttle. Oh no, just lack of power, I think. Really feels like it needs to be a 6S setup. Oh. That was beautiful, that one. All right, no, that feels okay. I think it might just be the controller. It's not, doesn't feel quite like my other controllers, like a Dumbo RC or anything. It's like the throttle curve is very curved, and normally I run quite a linear throttle if possible. I want to be able to feel exactly what my finger's doing, and yeah, this radio doesn't kind of allow that. I'm not sure what it is. It just feels a bit funny. Oh well, I can pull off some nice jumps. That's for sure. Nice. Ooh. These real knobby style tires do excellent in the sand. The differential case, or sorry, the differential housings and everything are the same as the Kronos, the Isuga, all the 1/8 scale cars. So, whoa. So I can probably adapt the upgraded differentials and the spring steel out drives and everything to this car, which might be a good option. A little bit more weight won't hurt either. It is a very lightweight buggy for a 1/8 scale. Oh, into the tree. Nice, there we go. Hello. That was probably a crash I would rather avoid. It's proving to be a tough buggy. Yeah, I think I'm just using a bit too much throttle. I'm not a racer, I'm a basher. Nice. Oh. Kind of just bounce off that wing mount. At least it's flexible. No, it doesn't quite feel like the Isuga. The Isuga being much heavier, I think it's just more planted. Nice, that's very nice actually. Oh, nice. Whew, that was a nice one. Oh, yep, off the wing again. Yeah, the little 5,000 something milliamp 4S battery's lasting a long time. I think sway bars would make this thing even better to drive, much more controllable, because at the moment it does get a little bit loose. On the roof. Well, that was a long run time for such a small 4S battery. What was the kVs of the motor? 2,150. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'd be good on 4S all day. Oh, maybe not. Whoa. God, we need a bigger motor in there. Well, speed control's not too bad, but it's got a little bit of temperature in there. Battery, yeah, no problem at all. As I said earlier, I'm not really keen on the whole wing mount shock tower sort of module being one piece, but hopefully they don't make it too expensive to replace. Yeah, hopefully it's just strong enough to survive a long time, a lot of crashes, and today definitely proved to be a tough wing mount shock tower design. I do prefer the longer, wider stance of the Isuga, but you are going to be paying more. Obviously it's a bigger car and it is a 6S rig. This is only a 4S out of the box, so you would have to change that if you wanted to go 6S, which I will be doing at some stage. But I think I might try another 4S motor first. I might have a 2,300 kV or 2,500 kV motor at home that I can whack straight in here that'll run directly off the 120 amps. So see how it goes. It's definitely a fun buggy, and under $700, it's an absolute bargain in my opinion. I had a lot of fun today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have even more fun when I get some mods and upgrades done to it. So can't wait, guys. Cheers. Catch us in the next video, and as always, stay safe.